What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lethal, and today we're going to be continuing my What's It Like for New MSF Players. I am very excited to be continuing on this series. This is going to be part number 2, so I hope you guys like it. I'm just going to be picking up from where I left off, giving you guys a bunch of tips and great information on your new MSF account. So without wasting any more time, let's go. So I haven't really been on this account too much. The only thing that I've done since the last time that I logged in and did the last video was I brought my account up to level 20, which shouldn't be hard for a newer player to do. And I also found myself an alliance. I'm in Babyface Wapo's alliance. Link to the description below for his Twitch page and his YouTube page. But you definitely want to try to find a good alliance, even if you're a low level, an alliance that's doing raids that you necessarily wouldn't be able to get done, or things, or milestones that you normally wouldn't be able to complete, being in a lower alliance, because those extra rewards are definitely going to help you out. Now this anniversary gift right here is going to be a super huge boost for any player. These 45 Kestrel shards are amazing. I'm going to unlock Kestrel right now, and she is, I guess as all veteran players know, she's a very, very, very amazing character. So this is a character you definitely want. You can't waste putting resources into this character. You can put as much resources into this character as you want, and you can always feel good about it. So that's a good thing right here. The 4.4 million gold, that's amazing. This one of the orbs from the event, and 400 cores, and also 440 orange superior catalysts. So that's a pretty good reward, especially for newer players. So we're gonna recruit Kestrel. We're gonna bring her all the way up as far as we can right now. She's going to be our main character that we're going to be using now. And if you're a newer player and you've started the game within the last, I'm going to say, let's say a week or so, you will definitely have this character. So this is definitely a character that you should be working on. And if you're brand new to the game and you don't have this character, or you didn't for some reason get the rewards for the game, then that's definitely a character you want to be trying to get. All right, so we're gonna just go through and collect a bunch of this stuff. That's definitely the first thing that you want to do every day. Get rid of all these red dots the best you can. The further along you get in the game, the harder the red dots are gonna be to get rid of. Okay, so we don't have any of those yet. Oh, we got the orb though, that's right. So let's open this. This is an Elite 5 orb, so this is great. We're gonna have an Elite 5 red star orb here to open for one of our characters, which is way beyond where we are at the beginning of the game right now. Okay, let's open this premium orb. See, the great thing about being a new player is all these orbs are going to give you things that are just going to be super helpful to your roster. So beautiful, 15 Scream shards. The symbiotes would be a great team to put together as a new player. A gold orb, definitely want more gold. Always more gold. Gold, gold, gold. Especially as a new player, you're going to need a lot of gold for leveling up your characters and your abilities. We're going to save these because we don't really know which gear we're going to be lacking on and who we're going to be working on just yet. So let's go take a look at that and see who we have. Okay, the I want to talk about this offer real quick, because it brings up something that happened to me the other day when I was streaming. So a new player came to the Twitch page when we were streaming, and he was asking me between what 2 teams he should farm between Sinister Six and Guardians of the Galaxy, and I told him to definitely be farming Sinister Six, because Sinister Six is going to get you 2 good legendaries, especially for an early player. Invisible Woman and Shuri. People are still using Shuri in Doom 2. People are still using Invisible Woman in DD5. So they're still both viable legendaries. This team will get you both of them, and but he bought the pack. Now that's okay. These packs are a lot better than they used to be, but the problem is all these characters are farmable. So it's really just a time constraint thing. If you don't want to wait, if you're impatient, or you have the money, or this is a hobby for you and you don't mind spending the money, that's fine. I wouldn't say it's a super amazing offer, but the 10,000 energy definitely makes it even better. So it's not a horrible offer. It's definitely not a horrible offer. But all these characters, I want new players to keep in mind, they are all farmable. You can farm all of these characters. So it's really just a time constraint thing, you know, it'll save you a lot of time. So just keep that in mind as a new player. Okay, so these are the characters we have so far. I don't know, a lot of people's rosters might look different depending on, you know, what they've done, depending on if they've bought anything, depending on how far in the campaign they've progressed, depending on a lot of things. But so far in my roster, this is what I have that I'm working with. Now, being a veteran player, I can look at this roster and right off the bat, I know which characters are going to be, you know, amazing characters like Kestrel, characters that are good characters like OG Spider-Man, and then characters that aren't so good later on in the game but are still good characters, such as Thor and Captain America and the Avengers team. That you want to try to prioritize who you're going to be working on, because it'll save you a lot of grief in the end and also resources. So right off the bat, the first thing that I'm going to do is prioritize Spider-Man and Kestrel. Now, I don't have enough characters in here to really worry about favoriting characters. They're pretty easy to find. But later on, when you start having, you know, 130, 40, 50 characters in your roster, you're going to want to start favoriting characters. And then another one of importance maybe would be Luke Cage. The Heroes for Hire team is a very staple team on war defense for a lot of people, but for newer players, war and war defense, those things are things that should be the last thing on your mind. So you don't really want to worry about Luke Cage or anything like that, unless you like him. I mean, unless, you know, he's a character that you like. Elsa Bloodstone, she's a great character, and the Dark Hunters are a great character. The problem is unless you're willing to spend money, Morbius is going to be hard to get because he's not farmable. And the Dr. Voodoo event the campaign has already passed. So the only way that you're going to be able to get them is either by getting lucky with an orb or by purchasing them. So for now, Elsa, yeah, she's a great character. But really what you're going to want to do is prioritize what 5 you want to have for villains, the villains campaign, and what 5 you want to have for the heroes campaign. That's going to be the most important. So Spider-Man and Kestrel, these are my most two important characters that I definitely want to keep working on. These are 2 hero characters. So I want to find 3 other hero characters that I want to keep working on that will provide me benefit later on in the game and also right now in the game. And the characters that I have for now that are heroes that are going to work with me for that is probably going to be Elsa, maybe Captain America, Thor, and Kitty Pryde for Axemen. Those would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 characters I would think about working on. The Shield Medic and the Shield Trooper, I wouldn't worry too much about them right now. Captain Marvel, she early on in the game she can be a very powerful character, but later on in the game she is hardly used. You don't really see Captain Marvel being used anymore, so I wouldn't worry too much about focusing on her. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to try to get these guys geared up here is we're gonna go to, who do I want to do first? Okay, we'll do Thor first. We'll bring him all the way up to 20. We got plenty of gold now, since we got, the gold from the inbox or the celebration event. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We just want to have 5 decent hero characters right now so that we can get through the campaign. And Thor, he'll be a good character for a newer player for at least until you get, I would say, you know, a little bit later on, you know, up in like level 70, 75, you'll probably start using him less. Okay, we're gonna upgrade. He used to be an amazing, I mean, he's still good. It's not that he's a bad character. He's definitely not like a horrible character. It's just he used to be a lot better, and with the new characters and the new teams that are coming out, it starts to make these type of characters definitely fall by the wayside. So, okay, we're gonna equip this gear now. We're gonna try and finish out this second this Heroes Chapter 2 and see if we can get a decent ways along in the second Heroes Chapter before the video gets too long. So we'll try and do as much as we can, and I'll try and throw as much in here as I can for you guys to help you guys out. Okay, so Thor is about as far as we can take him. So that gives us 3 so far, right? 1, 2. Oh, I still got to do Spider-Man. Let's bring him up to 20. Bring these abilities up. We finally unlock the ultimate. So now when you unlock his ultimate, that's going to give you a new ability to use. This is going to be his most powerful ability. One thing that I would recommend doing is trying to get familiar with everybody's kit so that when you go into battle, you already know what to expect from the other character. You already know what's involved in their kit, what's going to happen when they attack, how things are going to play out. It'll definitely help you out. So Spider-Man's ultimate ability just at level 2 is going to attack primary for 140% damage, which means he's going to apply 100% damage plus another 40%, I'm sorry, 140% damage, and then plus another 60 when you upgrade it to ability 2. So it'll be 200% damage, and then you apply the stun. So that's a pretty good attack, especially a stun. A stun is a good attack when you can stun your enemy for a whole turn. Let's see, what are we missing here? It doesn't look like anything too hard to find. Oh, okay, we haven't done that one yet. Okay, oh, it's in the supplies though. Let's go get it from the supplies. There it is. The store is definitely another thing you want to utilize, as I said, for farming. This is where you're going to find a lot of your characters. So for example, here is one of your characters. And the other thing that I remember now that I should have mentioned about the Sinister Six pack is it has Vulture and Green Goblin in there. Those are the 2 Sinister Six characters you necessarily don't want. You want Electro and Swarm in there. You want it to be Electro, Swarm, Mysterio, Doc Ock if you can, because he's the legendary, and Rhino. And Rhino, as you can see, is right here. He is also farmable. So that's 2 characters right there that you can start farming right off the bat. So that's just something to think about before you go spending, you know, $20 on a pack for characters. But it's completely up to you. You know, when I first started playing this game, I was super excited, and so I spent money to unlock characters and get legendaries and stuff like that. So whale harder. Okay, what are we missing? This? Okay, so we don't have any of those yet. All right, so he's kind of stuck right there. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. So we got 3 heroes. Punisher's okay. He's on the skill military team. I mean, his AoE might be okay for now. You just want to be cautious about how much resources you're dumping into these characters, and definitely want to learn about which characters are good and what teams they go on, and if you're going to be using them later. So that way, yeah, it's okay for right now. I can put a little bit of, resources into this character. I just don't want to go crazy on him. I want to save that for, a character that's going to really matter. Okay, so yeah, we can do Punisher, I guess. That's fine because he's got a good AoE, and we're going to unlock his ultimate right now. Oh no, what are we missing? Oh, another one of these. Okay, so we got to get that done. We should be able to get through this second part of the campaign. Okay, so level 20. So we got 4. And then if we do Luke Cage, he's got a taunt. Or we could do Kitty Pryde, and she her ultimate gets people disrupted, and she looks like she has all of her gear because she's mutant. The tags are another thing you want to try to get familiar with, so that way you know, oh, mutant gear, oh, bio gear, oh, I'm low on mutant gear, I'm low on bio gear. That might not matter so much now, but it'll help you out later on, so that way you don't always have to go in and, you know, necessarily look to see if you have the gear. You're already gonna know, oh man, no, I'm hurting on all that gear. I pretty much know, you know, what gear I need, what gear I have, what gear I don't have. I can say, oh no, yeah, no, I don't have this, I don't have that particular piece of gear. This is, what is it, level 3 or gear tier 3? Yes. Okay, yes, we're gonna do it. We're gonna unlock her ultimate because her ultimate applies disrupted on the opposing team, and the disrupted is really going to help out for stopping positive status effects being applied to the enemies. All right, we're going to try. So another thing that's important is you want to always try and 3-star these nodes, because you're going to want to. So here's another, again, Mysterio, another Sinister Six character, and this is only in the second Heroes campaign, which was very easy to get to. You could do it all in one day, in one sitting, and he's farmable. So now you got 3 characters you're talking about you can farm from Sinister Six. So like I said, they're all farmable. All these characters are easily farmable. You know, it's just about time. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do this one over because we want to get 3 stars on this one. You can read the stories if you want to. I started out reading the stories and then I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay, so let's read. So placement is going to matter for you, but right now, early on in the game, it's not going to matter so much. As you can see, the placement goes in a W like this. Just for general reference, I believe I said it in the other video, I'll mention it one more time. You want to try and keep your taunters or your tanks on the outsides. You want to try to keep any of your characters that are going to have stealth or deflect or counterattack, like Daredevil, on these back positions. So these 2 positions are going to prevent chained attacks from happening. A chained attack is when somebody starts are here in the corner and they chain from one person to the other, or they could start here and chain, and you know, it just depends on the kit, but they chain and hit everybody, or 4 people or 3 people, but you can stop the chain with those characters. And then in the center, you usually want your biggest attacker. So we're gonna put Kestrel in the center because she's gonna be our biggest attacker. We're gonna put, I believe Kitty does stealth or deflect, I can't remember, so she'll be good there. We can put Spider-Man there. We'll do, oops, oh, you know what, I didn't gear up Luke Cage, so that's okay. So we'll do Punisher and Thor. These guys are attackers, but as I said, right now it's not going to matter so much, so don't worry so much about it. It's just a good thing to have in your mind early on, so later on you'll be like, oh yeah, you know, oh, this is going to matter, oh, he's going to be feeding energy to her, oh, you know, for example, when you put Thanos next to two cosmic teammates, he feeds energy to the adjacent team members. So if you have so let's say you have Thanos here in the middle, and then you have, you know, 2 members from the Black Order right here, which let's say you want him feeding energy to Ebony Maw, so he keeps healing with his ultimate, and you want to keep feeding energy to Cull so he keeps taunting. You would put Thanos right here and he'll keep feeding energy to them. All right, so I'm hoping right here this is going to be a one-hit wonder attack. I think it is. Let's see what happens. We'll leave it on slow-mo here. Let's go. Boo! Now, as you can see, as I said, Kestrel is a character that you want, especially early on in the game. She is gonna really help you out. She will help you fly through things. What a great character she is. I just got mine up to 6 red. I just so with the celebration bonus, I was able to finally fill in that 6 red spot I had on her. So I was able, now I have her, I believe, at 158k, gear tier 15, which is great. I've seen people that have her over 200k, gear tier 16-7 red star, which is where I'd like to have her, but you know, that's still a little ways away. But she is an amazing character. All right, here we go. If you've been playing since you've been watching the first video, which was 6 days ago, you've probably progressed quite a bit. You know, and especially if you've been playing like when I started, you've been playing, you know, for a few hours a day or more every day. Yeah, you're gonna have progressed quite a bit past where I'm at. But there are still things that I might mention that you might not know. So you know, it's always a good idea to still watch and listen and learn if you can, if you're a newer player. I'm still learning. I still learn from the bigger players, you know, from Mobile Gamer, and I'm still learning from Reminex, and I still learn from a lot of other people too. So the learning never stops. And there we go, boom. So we're just blowing through campaign 2 here. Okay, we're gonna save that. Okay. Let's get rid of them. Boom, get out of here. Now face the full power of the hand. Watch this. We're not even hurting him. Boom. Get out of here, bro. Oh yeah, so if you stay ahead of the the campaign progression with your character's level and power level, you should be fine. You should blow through the campaign very easily. All right, so now we are on chapter 3. So let's see, have we started? How far do you have to get to start villain? Oh, and here we go. So villains, we definitely want to check out villains next. So let's see what we got here. Who do we have that we can use for villains? Let's go into our roster and check out our 5 for villains. Okay, so instead of doing the tag, so we got Punisher, or no, I'm sorry, not Crossbones. We have Elektra. We don't have 5 villains. Okay, that could be an issue. So we got to find 5 villains. So I think what we're gonna do to try to make this happen. Oop, level up. Yay. Oh yeah, as a beginning player, you're gonna get enough energy and leveling up fast enough to be able to play the game for a while without stopping. So that's one good thing about being a new player. Okay, so we need some villain characters here. So let's go to supplies. What orbs? Oh, we got some of these. I think this is, yeah, these are good heroes. This isn't oh, Kingpin. Oh no, there is a villain in there. Okay, cool. Training mats, definitely want those. Okay, anything else? Nope. Oh, we got some of this. Okay, so who could we farm that's a villain in here? Toad. Strife would be good. But I'm thinking more Sinister 6 route, because you want to get Invisible Woman and Shuri early on if you can. And Rhino's only 15 to unlock, so we're gonna do that one. Should I waste the cores on refreshing it? Probably not. It would probably be a better idea to save it, but I'm gonna try and see what I can do here as far as getting another villain here. Let's go to I saw Mysterio, right? Yeah, there's, oh, okay, here we go. There's Mysterio. Yondu's a hero. Oh, and then we have this Kree character too, the Kree Noble. She's also a villain, and you need the Kree to unlock Nick Fury. And Nick Fury is actually now viable that he's on the Secret Avengers team. He didn't used to be viable for a very long time, but he's made quite a return. So he's definitely not a character that you can unlock, I think, at 3 stars now, or 4 stars. So it's not a bad idea. Okay, and he's 45 shards, so we're quite a ways away from that. We got Punisher there. Okay, so let's do, you definitely want to do energy refreshes. See, these are all free. This is all free money right there, bro. And you definitely want to do your 4 energy refreshes. Not every day, you don't have, not at the beginning, but it's be just when it matters, you're going to want to do energy refreshes. But it's a good way to earn money, or I'm sorry, gold, and to unlock characters by farming. As you can see though, the farming nodes, after 5, they're going to want you to pay cores to refresh them. So okay, so we might be screwed on starting the villains campaign until we get a villain unlocked here. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, that's Miles Spider-Man. Okay, and then a hand character. And Shocker. Okay, it's another Sinister Six character to farm for Invisible Woman. Very nice. Okay. So we got a lot of energy to use. Okay, the main thing you want to focus on is getting through your daily objectives. So after you've done, let's see, how many campaign, we did all of our campaign missions basically. So 3 supply purchases, let's do that. Let's get through all these daily objectives. Okay. Now we're gonna go over here to challenges, and we're gonna do the gold challenge. No, we want Kestrel. Spider-Man. Kitty. There we go. Okay, we're going to take out these 3 on the right. Merc Lieutenant here is going to be the most important because his ability is applying offense up to everybody, and I think speed up and offense up, and those are probably 2 of the top 5 most important status buffs is speed up, offense up, defense up, immunity, and regeneration. Those are all very important status buffs. Okay. See how far into the challenges we can get. We're gonna get stop time. I'm thinking at tier 3. After this tier, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. Or I'm sorry, the next tier. After the next tier, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. But you definitely want to see as far as you can go, and you definitely want to 3-star these challenge nodes, because the next time the challenge rolls around, you'll just be able to auto sim the challenge and get the rewards, and you won't have to dick around with it. Okay, well, let's check the requirements. 18, yep, we should still be okay. After this though, I think we're gonna have a little bit hard of a time. But we do have Kestrel, so we'll see. She is just such an amazing character. Still one of my favorite characters. Oh, yeah, as you can tell, it's getting a little tougher. They're not dying in one hit anymore. That's a good thing. You don't want it to be too easy. A game that's not challenging isn't any fun at all, so. But as you can see, they're not really hurting us at all either, so. That's good. Boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, he didn't do the speed up because he's probably not leveled up, but usually he does speed up as well as the offense up, so he's a pretty important character to take down. As you can see, he almost dropped Thor there. All right. So continue, and then we'll check the requirements, and we are at level 20 right now. So all you have to do is see what it says, because most of the time the requirements are pretty accurate. So level 26. So that's we'll try. Player level 24. So we're not even there yet, and no more attempts. Okay, so that's good. Okay, these we can't do yet because we're not at level 55, so those aren't going to matter to us. Okay, so now we have to do our medical supply run. So these are blitz charges for when you're blitzing. As you can see, I have a bunch of them because I hate blitzing. It's very, very annoying. The further along in the game you get, the more you're going to realize how much you hate blitzing. And as you do these events, they're going to start requiring specific character or specific tags. So only these characters are going to be able to be used right now. And I have not really worked on Deadpool, Elektra, especially Shield Medic, or Captain Marvel. So Elektra, that's fine. She's on the Shadowlands team, so she's not a bad character to spend a little resources on, and plus she's also going to be our first villain character, so we definitely want to work on her. Oh, and Elektra. So we have two. I don't think we have any more than two though. Elektra and Elektro. Okay, upgrade. The one thing I don't like about being a new player is when later on there's just an equipped all button. Right now you have to do everything piece by piece because they want you to try to learn the gear pieces. I think that's why. But I think it's just annoying. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing to learn what the gear pieces are, so then you know what gear pieces it is you need, or you're trying to explain when you're talking to somebody about, oh man, I've been trying to farm the hell out of these pieces and I can't get them because of whatever reason. Okay, so so we have three villains. I'm sorry, I keep saying two. We have three villains. So we got Crossbones, Electro, and Elektra. It was Shield Medic too. Okay, we can rank him up. We can rank her up. Shield Medic, specifically for the purpose of the challenges, I would rank up Shield Medic, but once you get another character, I wouldn't worry about ranking up Shield Medic anymore. But this is just for the purpose of the challenge. Okay, that's good for now. And then it was Deadpool as well, huh? The gold's not a big deal, so I can rank all these characters. I can bring their level way up. That's not a big deal. It's just the hassle of going through and having to do all this. Deadpool's okay. He's on X Factor, the X Factor team, and the X Factor team isn't a horrible team. They're actually a decent team. It's just, again, they used to be a team that was a lot better, and they've just kind of fallen by the wayside. So I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say Deadpool's a dead character, but you know, definitely a character you could worry about working on later. Okay. Okay. 2 new achievements. How close are we getting to Hulk? Oh, not that close. It's okay though. Hulk is not that great. Maybe early on he deals out a lot of damage, but Hulk is not that great. He just has he has a pretty large health pool. He has a lot of, quite a bit of health. But I wouldn't stress or harp too hard on getting Hulk unless he's like your favorite character and you're like, oh man, I love Hulk. I don't care. That's fine. Hey, I totally get that. There's characters that I have that I just like them because the character. They're not necessarily a good character, but that's okay. That's the whole point of the game, right? It's a hero collector game. You should be enjoying the heroes that you like from the movies and that you like from the comics, and those should be the characters you want to work on. Just don't make them your priority. Okay. So the 3 villains missions, I don't know if we're going to be able to get to that today, guys. So the last thing we're going to do is Blitz. Blitz kind of sucks, especially for newer players. We're only going to be able to do this one. We're not going to be able to do the Red Star one. We don't have saved teams yet, so we're just going to go like this and hit battle. The great thing is later on you get a sim button and you don't have to do the battles. You'll just be able to simulate the battle. All right, here we go. Ooh, I forgot about Elektra. That's okay. The other guys are strong enough. They should carry the battle. Boom! Get out of here. Very nice. Okay, we got to do one more. Okay. Okay, so yeah, see, we can't sim yet. Let's change the team. I mean, we could use the Blitz charge energy, but that's all right. We'll change the team up. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more characters. So we still have one more team we could do technically after without using any of the Blitz charges. Alright, let's get rid of Daredevil first because he's going to do a nasty chain attack. Kestrel's just going to knock them all out in one hit. Yep. Okay, we'll do this. Bing, bang, boom, bam. No big deal. The higher up you get in... So, let me show you real quick until it goes. So, the higher up you get here in the tier, the harder the battles are going to be. So when you start getting up into tier 7 and 8, it's going to, especially 8, the battles are going to be, it's the danger meter here. That's what this is a danger meter. It's going to be over here in the red. But you still, the battles are still possible to win. You can still win the battles. And these are great resources to collect for newer players. Okay, let's collect this. Okay, let's check our daily objectives again one more time. Okay, so another important thing is, and it'll be, oh, it wants you to do 15 of them, huh? Wow, 15. It says it's optional though. Well, we can do this. We have plenty of charges, so we can, let's see how far it'll let us. Oh no, that's right. You know what? I always forget about the sim button, because I have the sim button on my main account. So whenever I want to do a blitz, I just do. But on this, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So what I can do though is I can go auto. We'll start over here with the heal, with the shield medic, so they can't heal. Kestrel should make pretty easy work of them. Just put it on auto, and we'll just watch it happen. Now I have mine set up so that it says basic, so that this will keep autoing for you, but it will only do their basic attack. Now, if that's something that you would like to set up, a lot of people don't know, and especially newer players, they don't know what are advanced settings. Why would I go into the advanced settings? What are advanced settings? So you go into the options, go into your advanced settings, and so if you're having trouble with your game, you're having trouble with the performance of the game's locking up on you, closing down on you, crashing on you. It's a very common occurrence with this game because of the type of game this is. So you're going to want to check enable low graphics. Enabling the portrait screen mode allows you to turn your phone to the other way instead of long ways, vertical, so that you can see your wrist or your roster longer, so you don't have to look at it in rows of 5. You can see, you know, a larger view of your roster. This is only for daylight savings. Your quick alliance access, you definitely want to have that. Your reduced text combat, that's just for graphics. Same thing, instead of the text being big when it says character, speed down, it'll just say it's smaller instead of bigger. Show basic autoplay, that's what the button I was just showing you about. Active dark dimension tab and selection for first run only, so that's going to show you your first run selection tab, your rewards and stuff like that for your first run only. Download all assets on Wi-Fi, so when you're on Wi-Fi, anything it needs to catch up on downloading, it'll download. Hide squads with no valid members, and now you can check that if you want. And then I also have the higher rendering mode, 60 frames per second. It allows the game to operate a lot smoother on my computer and on my phone. So yeah, so those are that's just a quick rundown of the advanced options. But okay guys, so before the video gets too much longer, I'm gonna cut it there. I'm gonna be working on this account between now and in part 3, so that way the early on stages of the account don't drag on too long in the videos. I want to try to get this account up a little further, maybe to level 45, 50, so that you guys can see what it's like there. As long as you're playing through the game, collecting your daily objectives, you're leveling up your characters, and you're leveling up your roster, or I'm sorry, your account, you should have no problem progressing to the next campaign missions, to the next to real-time arena, to all the other things that you want to play as a new player and see what it is. Arena is going to be very important to you for getting cores and stuff like that, because cores are basically the game's main currency, and those can buy you pretty much anything. I wouldn't say anything, but pretty much anything. So arena will be important to you definitely when you get to level 30. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining. I really enjoyed having you guys, and I will be back for part 3 with the new account soon. And don't forget, everybody, stay lethal.